Hey, so what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video. So, as you saw in the title, it's been, I wouldn't say a month, but it's been almost relatively a month since I last uploaded anything. So I do apologize for that. But you see, it's been a lot of things that have been kind of going on. So, I'm going to be very honest with you. I haven't really been like kind of in the mood to do anything YouTube related. I've been kind of down a lot, you know. And I believe the last video I did was talking about like the overuse of Ultraman Zero, something like that. I did like a whole argument thing based on the character. And I was supposed to do like a follow up video. I wanted to talk about the trailer for Ultraman Zero. I mean, not Ultraman Zero, Ultraman Z, and that didn't happen. In fact, it's a little bit too late to talk about that now because I mean that trailer came out like a long time ago. So, you know, I'm gonna be very honest. I've been kind of down, like these last for like almost a month now. You see, originally I wanted to post a video talking about this, but I didn't. And you guys remember how in the past I used to post like sometimes relatively I post videos of my dog. I have a chihuahua named Kiwi. And second, I don't think you guys even know her name. I think you guys just know I have a chihuahua. For some of you who don't know, if you've been on this channel for a while, you would know I have a dog. I don't post that many videos of her, so I do apologize if you don't know who she is. But, I don't like to, give bad news. But I'm sorry to say, she about a little more than a week ago, she passed away. So, my dog, she got really sick, and she's been like that since like early April. So sadly, we had to kind of put her down. So it's been really really hard. I felt so defeated. Honestly, it was like so terrible. It isn't easy, when you lose an animal like that, a pet like this, especially with what's been going on now with the whole pandemic thing. I'm saying pandemic very lightly because apparently YouTube doesn't like it when you use the C word. No, really, there's this weird stigma going around that if you say the C word, apparently you'll get your video taken down. I don't know if that's true, but I don't want to take that chance. I doubt that'll happen to me because my channel is relatively small, so I don't really get a lot of people watching my stuff. I get barely views, so I don't think I'll have that problem. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say it. But let's just say it's been pretty hard. I meant to upload videos. I had a lot of ideas planned out, but I just really wasn't in the mood for it. I was very sad. I didn't want to do nothing. It's been really hard. Not counting that the whole school year was also canceled. You guys don't know this, but I'm a senior. And I'm supposed to have a graduation this year. And due to what happened with the whole pandemic thing, everything got kind of messed up. So we don't plan to go back to school till like fall. Obviously this is happening to a lot of people. It's happening to almost everyone, but for seniors especially, it's a little hard, because this is supposed to be like the big year. They graduate from high school and then they do whatever they want with their lives. They'll go to, maybe they'll want to go find a job, or maybe they'll go straight to college. And obviously all those plans now has been kind of thwarted with what's been going on. So, I don't want to make this video about me. I really don't. But, I don't want to hide this from anyone really. I thought I'd just kind of do like a quick little update video, just kind of talking about what I've been doing. And I'm going to admit it. It's like, I'm not having a nice time. I know nobody is, but it's like, it's bad enough that you can't go back to school and you can't talk to your friends or nothing like that. But on top of that, my dog died, so that's been pretty hard, you know. And this journey has been pretty rough because she's been sick for quite a while. What happened was that she started growing these weird lumps all over her body. And my parents, they've decided to kind of take her to the vet. I didn't went with them at the time, because of the whole pandemic thing. They don't want me going out, and all that. This was kind of before things were really bad with what's going on. So, obviously did it as a precaution. And when they came back home, they told me that they said that she had like a really bad infection. And they gave her some medicine, right? Like some pills, like take two, that kind of stuff, right? But it wasn't until the very next day, my mother, she wanted to talk to me, and she told me that it was actually an aggressive form of cancer. So obviously I was pretty devastated because my dog, she's pretty young, honestly, I don't want to say how old she is, really. I don't want to get into that. But let's just say she was relatively young. Like she could have lived like way longer than she did. And basically the guy said that she had at least about a month to live. And wow, I wish that he was wrong, because funny enough, she actually did lasted about a month, and then that was pretty much it. That's when she passed. So they gave us the medicine, but it's like he just kind of gave it to us, and it's like he said they might work, but it might not. So I'm like, like, are you serious? Like, are you like 50-50? Are you trying to say that it might be cancer or that it might not be cancer? Come on. That's kind of the thing too. When my parents, at first they were a little bit in disbelief, but I was only because my dog, she was still fine at the time. She was still running around, doing her little stuff. She does a lot of basic things, like how dogs normally do, right? It's almost like, even though she had the lumps, she wasn't really greatly ill at the time. So, at first we kind of find it weird. We were thinking maybe the guy was kind of rushing a little bit, because my parents, they weren't there for that long. They were there for like, what, like 15, 20 minutes or so, And, you go in and then they tell you your dog has cancer. I seriously doubt that that's going to be like that quick. I really doubt that. And my parents did too. So for a while, we were like, it can't be cancer because she seems pretty fine, Like she didn't really show signs of an animal dying, because when an animal, especially a dog, whatever, when they're about to pass, they usually kind of show there's signs of when an animal is supposed to pass, and she wasn't really showing any. So honestly, we all really thought that she had a really, really bad infection. That's what we all thought it was at first. But I guess things didn't really turn out that way, because weeks later, she started to kind of slow down. Like she didn't want to eat much. She didn't want nobody to touch her and all that. She really didn't want to be near anyone, really. She kind of, I wouldn't say she whimpered. Like she was really quiet too. And usually when a dog is sick, you would think they would be in pain. So it's the same thing. We were stuck in this weird pattern. It's like, how sick is she? Do we even know if it's really cancer that she has? It was very bizarre. It was ridiculous, and I feel bad for my mother too, because she even said it. She's just hoping for a miracle, and I was kind of hoping for a miracle too, because it doesn't make sense that for her age, she's pretty young for the most part. It doesn't make sense for her to get sick that easily. We took care of her, a lot. We took her to get her shots. We took her, we fed her properly. We were nice to her. We never hurt her. We took care of this dog very well. So it made no sense how she could get so sick like this. Because honestly, it shocked me that she just got worse and worse. It was very disturbing. She literally started to kind of shut down little by little. What didn't help was that eventually she started getting like a weird bruise on her stomach, and it just kept growing, and it got bigger and bigger. So I think that's pretty obvious. That's kind of a sign of cancer, don't you think? And those lumps, they weren't going away either. Even when we gave her the medicine, nothing was really getting solved. She actually started to get worse, but she got worse in ways that we weren't even expecting it. You know, Her eyes started to get a little bloodshot. She got more tired. She didn't want to do nothing. And her legs too were very like kind of stretched out. They were very like weird. It's like she had kind of had a hard time walking. So, you know, as much as we didn't want to do this, we were kind of planning on it too. And we were like, if she doesn't get any better, we're gonna have to put her down. And obviously that was very devastating, you know, especially like I said, especially with what's going on now. Like as if we didn't had enough headaches, you know. There's a lot more to what's been happening these past couple of weeks. A lot of bad things happen in such, you know, in less than a month, you know. So basically, one day, you know, well, specifically last Wednesday, you know, I woke up. My mother, she's getting ready to go to work, but then she looks at Kiwi, you know, my dog, you know, and she has a hard time just walking around, and she kept bumping into things, and she's like kind of looking like this, you know, and then we're like Kiwi, you know, like that, and we look at her eyes, and they are so red, and you can see the blood just in those eyes. And whenever she tried to walk around, she kept bumping into things. Even when we call her, she didn't even respond. So that shows you right there, she just got blind. You know how sad that is to wake up in the morning and see that your dog just got blind? You know, that poor dog was in a lot of pain, you know? So, basically, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. On that same day, we scheduled the appointment, and, we went to the vet, and sadly, we had to put her down, You know, I was very devastating, I can't believe that happened to her. Such a tiny little dog, so young and all that. I can't believe that happened. How? That's the part that devastated me the worst. It's not the fact that she died that made me sad. It's that she was very young. Now, like I say, I don't want to say how old she was specifically. I'd rather keep that kind of personal. But, it's like, you know, sometimes it's I get that stuff like that you can't really do nothing about it. When an animal gets cancer like that, you can't really reverse that. It's like a person. It's like once they have cancer, it's really hard to kind of you know not have cancer, try to fix that. It's very different when it comes to an animal. And the doc, he even said it himself too. The dog was in a lot of pain. And it was disturbing. What he did basically is that he put her to sleep. He gave her two shots. The first shot was to put her to sleep, and then the second shot was to make her heart stop. But the thing is, she went rather quickly. Like he said that it usually take up to a few minutes or maybe even 10 minutes for the dog to fall asleep, but she fell asleep in an instant. And as soon as he put the needle in her to stop her heart, she went. I remember just crying so much as soon as he said she's gone. And it's like, even my dad, I mean, we were all there. Even he was like, she went so quick. That just shows you how much pain she was in. That was so devastating. Now, I don't like to talk about sad things. That's not really my thing. I've always liked to be kind of, very motivated, and I always talk about these certain things. Today I'm talking about something really, really serious and something that was very personal. That dog meant a lot to all of us, and it's sad, especially with what's going on now that she had to pass like that. It's like, I my dad, he said something that's pretty funny. He said that everybody jinxed 2020. And without a doubt, that is very true. Because, even with this whole pandemic thing going on, this had officially just been, is just the worst year, honestly. And we're not even halfway. We're in May, you know. So, that's kind of where I've been at, really, these past couple of weeks or so. Like I say, I wanted to make a video, talking about some of those stuff before, like you know, I love Ultraman. I like Godzilla. You guys know that I'm into that. So I wanted to do a video, basically. Like I do toy reviews. I do like kind of like some arguments, like my last one with Ultraman Zero, and I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the new Ultraman, and that didn't happen. A lot of stuff that I had planned out kind of got cut off, because with a lot of things going on. So I just want to let you guys know that I'll be posting videos soon. I just wanted to talk about why I've been gone for so long. So I thought I'd just kind of end things right there. I know this is kind of a depressing video. I do apologize for that, but I'll make something up. I got a lot of new stuff going on. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys be careful out there. So see you around.